Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are filming this really beautiful look. This is my safe look that I always go to when I need to go somewhere, I need to be glam, but at the same time I'm not trying to do anything too crazy or too experimental. So I first started off by doing a bit of color correcting with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa. I'm now priming my nose, my T-zone area with a little bit of Milky Magnesia just to make sure I do stay matte all night long. Fan this dry, and then I'm going in with my winter, well actually this is my summer foundation, but I do mix in a bit of the Sephora Beauty Amplifier for two reasons. One, it adds a really nice glow to the skin, but two, it actually lightens my foundation a little bit. And that's something I'm really grateful for. So I apply it in dot-like formations all around my face, and at the same time I then buff it in just to make sure I have everything blending in nice and seamlessly. I do blend this over my primer around my nose as well. I'll be going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast to highlight underneath my eyes, to highlight down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, my chin, and I will also reverse contour here today. Reverse contouring is one of those tricks that honestly has become a staple in my go-to glam looks, just because it really does take your look to another level when you do decide to reverse contour. You're emphasizing the depth of your cheeks a little more, and I mean, I have high cheekbones, but at the same time my face is still rounded, so this really does emphasize it a little more for me and brings it out, makes it stand out a little more. I will be going in and blending out my concealer around my face with my Real Techniques Expert face brush, and on the outer corners of my highlight, like the border region, I do more swiping motions just to make sure there are no harsh lines of demarcation. But closer towards the inner portions of the highlighted regions, I do pressing motions, as you can see here, pressing motions on the inner portions. And it's the same thing for my reverse contour technique. I do swiping motions on the outer corners and patting motions towards the inner portions of the face. I will then be blending out the concealer along my nose as well, and then following up with the Black Opal Stick Foundation in the shade Black Walnut. I use this to emphasize my regions of depth, and I use this as my contour product around my face. This adds a nice warmth to the skin. It's not too much of a contour, it just adds a nice warmth, just to emphasize my cheekbones a little more. I love blending this out with a beauty blender, especially today. Beauty blender will take out more of the excess product, a bit of the oils, if there's any, and make everything look nice and seamless, more skin-like, and just make everything blend seamlessly together. So that's why I do use a beauty blender to blend out my contour regions. I will also be contouring down the sides of my nose with this product and blending it out with a kabuki brush. Once I finish this, I do like to go over my face one more time with my beauty blender just to make sure everything is, even, seamless. There are no harsh lines, no lines of demarcation, and everything just looks like one beautiful palette. The look we are creating today is my safe look, the look I go to when I do not want to be too experimental, but I still do want to look ultra glam, and I do focus very heavily on the skin to make sure that my base is perfect, my base is contoured, my base is on fleek, and yeah. So I'm going in with my favorite powder, the Ben 9 Neutral Setting Powder. This powder never fails me. It is stark white, but it comes out translucent and beautiful on the skin, and I'm really, I'm chocolatey, guys, so for me to be able to use this powder and it to show up on my skin, pretty much seamlessly, it really does, it's a true testament to how great this powder is. I'm following up with my favorite setting powder, my all over face powder, and that is the Ruby Kisses powder in the shade Chestnut. I'm bronzing my face using the Ebony Bronzer by CoverGirl. I'm going around my forehead just to add a bit of warmth as well, and along my contour zones. I also use this a bit down the sides of my nose. For my brows, I'm brushing it with my favorite brow spoolie. Unfortunately, I do not remember where I got the brow spoolie from, and I'm following up with the Ruby Kisses eyebrow pencil in the shade dark brown, as well as the Ruby Kisses brow mascara in the shade rich chocolate brown. This is my favorite combination for my brows at the moment, and honestly, it is very, very inexpensive. I've used some expensive products for my brows, but this, honestly, it hasn't failed me. And for my eyebrows, I do carve out my eyebrows using my Morphe angled brush, as well as my NYX full coverage concealer in the shade Nutmeg. And this has been my go-to for about a year and a half in terms of my brow routine and my brow application, and I really do like the outcome. Going in for my eye look, when it does come to my safe glam look, I always go with a gold eyeshadow, and my favorite right now is Colourpop Millionaire. Please excuse how ashy my hands are. I washed my hands before I started my makeup, which you should always do so you don't have any bacteria transferring onto your skin. And I always go with the wing liner, and I'm using my Holy Grail. This is a staple in the beauty community, honestly. The NYC liquid liner. Unfortunately, I think it's been discontinued in America, but shout out to all my Canadians who can still get it, actually. But I always go with a wing liner when it does come to my go-to glam look. I make sure my highlight is extra bright when I am going for a nighttime look, as you can see here. Usually I like my highlight a little more subdued, but I'm going in with the Artist Couture highlighter in the shade, shade Conceited. I do love this highlighter, and this is my favorite to use at the moment. It's actually it's more of a rosy gold tone. It's a little pink, but it's really beautiful on the skin. And for a more feminine look, I do go in with the Gingerberry blush by Fashion Fair Cosmetics. I love how beautiful this shows up on darker skin tones. This is, I honestly, I feel like every dark skinned woman should own this shade. It is so gorgeous. I've had this for almost 3 years, to be honest, and I just recently hit pan. This blush lasts forever. Of course, I'm going to top things off with Luminoso. This is my favorite blush topper. It adds a beautiful glow to the skin and makes my cheeks look extra radiant. Going in with my favorite mascara at the moment, and this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I'm putting it on my top and bottom lashes. It really does a great job at making my lashes look thicker and even longer. And I'm popping on the Jade lashes by Huda Beauty. I've worn these things like so many times at this point, but the band is really strong. Like it is really holding up, and the lashes still look absolutely beautiful. Making sure everything is staying straight, I'm going in with the Nana Coco lip pencil in dark brown to line my lips. I usually use the NYX 818 pencil, but for the last 5 weeks I've been using this and I absolutely love it. I'm going to follow up with the MAC lipstick in Velvet Teddy, as well as the NYX lip gloss in Miami Babe. This is my favorite lip cocktail. And on the outer edges of my lip, I'm actually applying a lip plumper. Yes, I know my lips are extra juicy already, but I still like a bit of fullness in my top lip, so I do apply a lip plumper, and I'm following up with a Sephora lip gloss in Emily. Spritzing my face with MAC Fix Plus to make sure everything is nice and set and not looking too cakey. And that's the final look there. Taking out my rollers because I'm ready to go out. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Juicy hair, everything juicy. Everything juicy. Anyways, thank you so very much for watching this. I do hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and do like it if you did enjoy the video. Stay blessed and stay golden.